a lot of them don't, Mark. I would say 90% of Indian doctors are full of shit.
Where's that stat from?
Like Wes said, he conjectures a lot.
You are!
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss!
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 900
What?
of Hard Factor. It is Stone Cold Wednesday, March 16th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us.
Will, are you saying that we're going to stomp a Texas-sized mud hole in their ass?
We better.
Oh, hell yeah.
We got a full house of hosts today. Mark, Pat, Wes, and I'm Will to talk with you about Mark has a cup of coffee full of the Chinese Yuan making moves, Ukraine, and daylight savings time. Ooh, interesting. Wes is taking us on the TikTok International Moment with an Indian cheating scandal, and Rebel Wilson has dropped some pounds, and some aren't happy. Right, Wes? Is that?
Yeah, they say that with the pounds went the humor.
Ooh,
so
we'll get into it.
Sometimes it's the chest, sometimes it's the humor.
Who says that?
I've always heard that saying. Yes, Pat's going to tell us about a brave female Marine combat veteran. Wow,
She needs your help, so you're going to want to listen up.
Okay. Very harrowing stuff. And then I'll take the caboose today. I got the latest on emoji news. So,
thank God.
Gripping stuff.
It's that time of the year again, huh?
Yep. Emoji update.
Love that. Love emoji updates.
Fresh drop. This one highly anticipated.
How is it creating a stir?
Well, we'll get into it. But you guys have heard about what was going to drop and did.
And now I think I understand Elon Musk's meme a little bit more because it was like a pregnant dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I get his meme a little bit more because I was like, what the hell's wrong with Elon? But now
that's
I kind
the one that's stirring up the internet.
Yeah.
But there's other ones in there.
Kevin Durant's like, bro, do you have the Kevin Durant one? That one's pretty funny. He's like, why is bro pregnant?
I mean, well, yeah, we'll get into it. Lots of chatter.
How many years from junior removed are we? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Well,
anyway. You could say you're full. It's like you're full, right? Oh, I had a lot of food.
Pat, to the internet, it's a pretty big deal. So
wait till they hear about Junior, because that's a forgotten movie. I bet that's going to piss some people off.
Not Schwarzenegger's best work, though.
Can you imagine them screening Junior in an elementary school classroom?
Oh, no.
It's like educational now.
Mm-hmm. Wes, did you piss yourself on a flight home?
No. I was telling you guys before. So every blue moon on a flight, I will spill something all over myself. And today was the day on my flight from Richmond to Houston, about 1 minute after beverage service began.
It was Blue Moon Day.
The Blue Moon Day. I got she gave me a full Coke. She was kind enough to give me a full Coke Zero. And then I poured a little bit in my little plastic cup and then bumped the little tray in front of me, and the Coke spilled, and I just botched the recovery. So
yeah, 90%. The guy who barely fits in the seat and can't really work the table.
Right.
Had a hard time and spilled a Coke all over himself.
Yep, absolutely. And
so the whole thing,
pretty much the whole thing. Just
this happens when your stomach is always touching the table.
Yep.
That's something that happens.
And
it's true.
I was pissed because I was all comfy. I was wearing my Ace sweatpants to travel, and the Ace sweatpants just sopped that Coke right up. And so I had to go.
That's how good they are, really.
Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom, and I had I changed my boxers and my pants at 30,000 feet. So I was just naked in the bathroom changing.
Did you have like a go bag with you, or did you put your boxers?
No,
in your pocket?
I had to bring my carry-on down and put it out. And
Did you check the door lock like 20 times? Like, all right, it's closed.
No, it was fine. I mean, I was like,
did anyone laugh at you?
No, everyone didn't. No one said anything. I mean, I think they were amazed at how like I was just taking charge of the situation. Like,
yeah,
most people.
They were impressed. If anything, they were impressed.
real quick.
Most people would have sat there in their
Very
coat.
impressed.
This is
Wow, this guy is really taking charge here.
Did you see that?
Wes, you're excluded from this, but to the other two hosts, real quick, off the top of your head before we get into the news, what would you pay to hear Wes's inner monologue? I would pay $150.
Yeah, while he's in the bathroom too. Yeah, at least $100. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be worth it. Pay-per-view event for that.
Well, Blue Moon Day. All right, let's do the news.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Before we do the holidays and today in history and the mentions and the cream of the crop, we do the fun fact. The fun fact today is, what's that? When we breathe, most of the air comes through our nose more than the mouth. And also, we always inhale more air from one nostril than the other nostril. It's about 75% to 25%, but the dominant nostril alternates every 15 minutes. So if my right nostril's getting 75%, 15 minutes later, my left nostril is going to get 75%. That is called the nasal cycle. So for those of you that are big into snorting drugs and use a particular nostril more frequently, you probably notice you have your good 15-minute swings and your not so great 15-minute swings, right?
The old switch up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I'm really breathing in some fresh air right now. It's a beautiful day. Oh, it's gone.
Went back to my
Haven't
coke nostril.
Yeah.
What good teamwork. But I have noticed that guys and gals, this isn't just for guys, girls can get a deviated septum too.
Yeah.
But folks that just go with one nostril, they end up deviating that septum. You really want to rotate. It's like tires.
It is. You don't want to destroy that one nostril. All right, holidays.
Yeah, tread. I mean, tire tread is a great analogy for the human body in a lot
For
of
the
times.
nose. It's not like a lizard's
Luckily,
tail.
we can usually grow our tread back, but if you're just slapping powder on that thing all the time, that tread is staying pretty thin.
If the nose goes too far, it's not growing back. You gotta, you're
You're gonna have to Stevie Nicks it then. Put it right up your anus.
I had a buddy who I think got a nose job or a slight nose job under the cover of a deviated septum.
Oh, and you think it was just to look prettier?
I believe that the deviated septum was a cover up.
People do that, Wes, for sure.
Yeah.
They're like,
I
I had to get it fixed. Right?
Yeah, I had to.
I did too many
Definitely
drugs.
did have to, but
Doctor's
That's a funny
orders.
cover up.
yeah.
That was rock bottom. All right, holidays. Freedom of Information Day is today. That's it's always on or near March 16th, which is the birthday of James Madison. And everyone knows the father of the Constitution was a huge freedom and information guy. Couldn't get enough of either of those things. So Freedom of Information Day.
Just got quoted. So we all FOIA'd ourselves, right? Because I'm doing this research project, and I did a FOIA for the research project. Finally heard back. Now you guys have all
got it. I got it like months ago.
Oh no. The FOIA
it took
yourself.
It took a week to FOIA it myself. Yeah.
But I FOIA'd a deceased individual for my research project. Here's what they quoted me. Anyone want to guess for 2,500 pages how long I'm gonna have to wait?
Man,
a year.
months. Yeah.
Ooh, you wish. 60 months for 2,500 pages. 60 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what was the
They're
COVID
busy.
estimate? There was like a decade, wasn't it? The COVID.
Oh, dude,
papers?
you're fucked. Bro.
You always get it faster than that, though. You have to sign away, like, in case I don't get it until 2030, I can't bitch. But then
It covers their asses. Yeah. It's also Lip Appreciation Day. So good day for the ladies. We should all show our appreciation.
more on that in the emoji news. Nice. That was a camel toe pick.
Come on.
A row of toes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Today in history, the rowing team, right? It was Norway's rowing team. Today in history, March 16th, 1968, was the My Lai massacre in Vietnam, where U.S. troops from the Charlie Company killed about 500 unarmed Vietnamese civilians. Yikes.
Wow.
Jeez.
Oh.
Not good.
That was one of our worst ones.
Hey.
Anyways,
Yeah,
They didn't want to be there, Mark.
No, I mean, you put.
Yeah,
if you
they
did
got
the
bad
highlight
intel.
reel of all the bad ones. Yeah, I mean, we've got.
My lie's pretty bad, yeah.
bad tape. My list pretty bad. Honorable mentions, guys. These are all pretty bad too. Saudi Arabia and India are considering accepting the Chinese yuan for oil sales. The Wall Street Journal and everyone else reported on Tuesday that Saudi Arabia is in active talks with Beijing to price some of its oil sales to China in yuan. That would be bad for the U.S. dollar, as currently over 80% of oil sales are done in the U.S. dollar, and all of Saudi Arabia's exports of over 6 million barrels of oil a day are in USD currently. So
This is
that's gonna hurt.
China's starting to make inroads. I think they want to make the yuan the world's reserve currency.
They want to make it number one.
They're trying to
Yeah,
make their
exactly.
digital dollar. Their digital dollar is what they want to be the world's reserve currency.
Wow. So
Bad
there
for
they
the
go.
dollar.
You know what
working
they're
with the Antifa League to make it happen. Look at that.
Those hoes are doubling down, buying everything that Russia has. That's what they're doing. So
Hey, you know what?
Everything
Maybe we
Russia
should
has,
ask
they're buying.
all of them to produce more stuff. So that would be a good idea, right? So that they have more stuff in their country.
More stuff, more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll all buy it all with wands. That'll get us out of it.
Well, so the talks with China when Saudi Arabia over yuan priced oil contracts are not new. They've been off and on like a toxic relationship for 6 years, but they're getting pretty close to having a kid together and/or getting married, despite most people's concerns. The Saudis are not happy with the U.S. over stuff like the Yemen civil war. Our side on that, the Iran nuclear deal, our side on that, the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan last year, and the fact that we won't admit Khashoggi cut off his own head and limbs and jumped in the suitcase, amongst other things. They can't believe we celebrated International Women's Day. Here's a clip of a Saudi Arabian man trying to enjoy Hulu on International Women's Day, and this is just ridiculous. Look at this. So he's trying to watch Hulu, and he notices it's all female movies.
Oh, that's terrible.
Not very thoughtful.
How did they let that happen in Saudi?
Indeed.
Ew.
At least Aaron Rodgers re-signed.
They got to geo-lock International Women's Day out of Saudi Arabia if they want to keep their business there. Hulu.
Yeah.
What are the odds this deal
Learn
goes
a lesson.
down, though, Mark? What are the odds the deal goes down?
Good, but the India one might not. The
Would you
good,
say
Pat. But it's
one
not
in a million?
One in a million. I don't think they're going to shift all of their, like, it'll probably be like they still use 80% of USD and 20% in yuan. It's going to be a slow process, but good that they start doing that. There's also reports that India might be considering buying Russian oil at discounted
Where'd you get the clip of the
prices.
Saudi Arabian guy? Where'd you get that clip? He just said, ew.
Found it online.
Wow.
You want to hear it? You want to see it again?
I'd like to if you don't mind.
Okay, all right, yeah, we'll play it again. This is a guy from Saudi Arabia. Found it online.
Totally disgusted.
Look at what's up on the Hulu screen.
Fuck.
Made by her.
Ew.
Yeah.
You can just hear how disappointed he is.
He's not happy.
No land.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's ridiculous. There are reports that India might be considering buying Russian oil at discounted prices and using the yuan as they are mad at U.S. sanctions of Russia. Real cool,
Right. India.
That seems to be less likely than the Saudi Arabia shifting to the yuan for oil, or at least way less far along. But the Antifa League, like Will mentioned, is really on one right now, and the U.S. dollar is in trouble, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. They don't. I thought Jake Sullivan's ghost rattling the chains was going to scare, but it just upset them.
We got to get backed by
just
something.
upset them.
We got they're backing their dollar with commodities. We're backed by. No, you're about to get me saying "drill, baby, drill." If this shit keeps,
Well, you
you're
have
about
to
get
now.
me saying
Everyone
it.
Are you
is.
kidding?
Elon's saying
How did
it.
you?
Everyone's saying it.
How do you hear that news and say, "Oh, let's slow down on the
Drill,
drilling in North
baby,
America"?
drill. Let's
That's
get a drill.
insane.
Let's get a drill, baby, drill T-shirt out on Hard Factor store.
That's just one
Early.
thing to like. If you
Could
decide,
be a
hey,
penis. It could be a penis-shaped drill.
you know what? Let's do this where Russia, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, the Middle East, they do all of the oil and gas, and then China does all of the solar. We get none of the money. Guess what becomes the reserve currency?
To yuan.
Yeah.
Oh, the yuan.
The yuan.
We don't
All right,
want that.
Next honorable mention, 2 more journalists were killed in Ukraine earlier this week. Veteran Fox News cameraman Pierre Zakreski, based out of London, has died after his vehicle was struck by incoming fire in Horenka, which is right outside of Kiev in Ukraine. Also killed in the attack and in the same vehicle was Ukrainian producer and fixer Alexandra Kuvshinova, who goes by Sasha. Fox News journalist Benjamin Hall was with them as well. They think he was in the same vehicle, and he got both his legs pretty badly injured. He's in the hospital right now after Russian military just fucked up their vehicle. And here's some quotes here. I'll put up a picture. Here's Pierre, and on the right, he's the handsome guy with the mustache, and in the middle, Sasha. RIP to both of them. Here's some quotes from his colleagues. Quote, Pierre was a war zone photographer who covered nearly every international story for Fox News, from Iraq to Afghanistan to Syria. His talents were vast. He was profoundly committed to telling the story, and his bravery, professionalism, and work ethic were renowned among journalists at every media outlet. He was wildly popular. Everyone in the media industry who has covered a foreign story knew and respected Pierre. That was from Fox News media chief chief executive Suzanne Scott. Other colleagues of Zakreski described him as an absolute legend who never stopped helping others. And of Kuv Shinova, who again went by Sasha, NBC's Atia Abawi wrote, quote, "She was a young Ukrainian journalist sharing the story of her country's invasion. Our friends who worked with her said she was vibrant and full of life. I can't even imagine the pain her parents are going through right now." Sasha was 24 years old.
R.I.P.
They were just on the job.
I saw one of the Ukrainian war journalists tweet out after those were announced that, you know, things are getting much, much more dangerous. And then one of the listeners shared with us a video of somebody who went over for the Legion and was explaining, like, yo, if you come over for the Legion, they will toss you in the front lines with.
You need to basically fight until you win, until you're injured, or you die if you join the Legion. There's no going over there and like quitting the Legion. Apparently,
it's a hardcore, all out war zone.
Don't go to Ukraine and offer to fight unless you're willing to die, essentially, because it's that bad. Yeah,
I gotta say, of the gentleman that passed, who with the mustache, you know, Mark, you were saying people are saying, you know, he's a legend. Anyone who commits to a facial hairstyle and sees 2 cycles of that facial hairstyle come in and out of fashion, that's legendary stuff, man. That kind of commitment is you know, that guy's had that stash since
he's had it for a while.
The early
since he was 12, yeah. High school. President Biden will travel to Brussels, Belgium to participate in a NATO summit on March 24th, and will also join a European Council meeting to meet with other European leaders about Russia. You know, what are they doing over there? Said Press Secretary Jen Psaki on Tuesday. So
that's a big move, right? Because it's his first trip over to Europe since all this shenanigans began.
People are calling it, like, you know, one of the bigger presidents going over to Europe in the past couple decades. You know, usually it's for shits and giggles and for show and handshakes. This is a pretty big one. So what's going to come of it, we'll see. Yeah,
I think last time we had a president over there was just to pull out of a climate accord, but this is different.
Yeah, and then remember,
I'm sure that he went a lot last year.
Come on, I'm kidding.
If you remember in Love Actually, it was for our president to hit on the English Prime Minister's soon-to-be girlfriend. Yeah.
Right.
That type of crap.
Good looker.
Yeah. Billy Bob getting it in. All right, that takes us to...
He's a dog.
He's a dog.
The cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop today is daylight savings times. Daylight savings time, I should say. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Pretty excited.
I'm in the dark here, so to speak.
Congress finally got off their lazy asses and did something, right?
Stuck on standard time.
He is.
Yeah, well, I've been traveling. I don't know what time zone. I don't know what's going on.
Pat's daylight savings time in the winter in the morning. But Congress finally got off their lazy asses and did something as the Senate on Tuesday unanimously passed a bill to make daylight savings time permanent, meaning the time we are on now, after springing forward a few days ago, would stay the permanent change, and we won't have to change our clocks twice a year anymore if the House passes it and the president signs it.
Please.
It's about fucking time.
Oh man, this
literally the bill's about time. Hey, and this also should have been done a while ago. Come on.
I know there are so many reasons why, and I've read them, and I can't remember any of them, Mark. So I'm so excited.
Well, I'm so happy they went with this one instead of the other one where the sun stays up later. Because I was worried they were going to go with the one where the sun goes down earlier, and I would have lost my fucking mind because I hate that time of the year.
We'll get to it. Yeah, this means in the wintertime it'll stay later as opposed to getting dark.
So, fuck yeah, bro.
It's for seasonal depression and crap like that. Here, let me play you a quick video of when the Senate passed what is called the Sunshine Protection Act, and it will take effect after daylight saving times March 2023. So we'll have to change the clock 2 more times. We're gonna get an hour back this November, and then next March they're giving like the airlines and everyone enough time to get set up to
program their shit or whatever.
Yes, but this time next year will be the last time we ever change the clocks.
Passes.
Please.
So Biden's going to sign it.
It was unanimous. It was unanimous in the Senate. Bipartisan, unanimous. So here we go. Let's play the Senate floor clip.
Senator from Rhode Island.
Just for anybody watching, in case it's not clear what happened, this just passed.
Oh, the Senate's in a quorum call.
This just passed.
The Senate is in a quorum call.
Get out of the quorum call.
Ask unanimous consent that the Senate exit the quorum call.
Without objection.
And let me make it clear to anybody who is watching.
Senator from Rhode Island.
That they just saw this measure pass. We have just passed the bill to end the return from daylight savings time to make daylight savings time permanent.
The tyranny.
Yeah, working. You know,
Whoa, come on.
Sheldon Whitehouse is particularly excited. That's the guy who belongs to all the whites only clubs. So he gets extra wintertime whites only club hours now, Sheldon Whitehouse. So he's very excited.
I love winter.
They play the airborne celebration.
The best time of year.
The air horn celebration at the end.
You'd think a guy that was that into whites would want less sunlight, but
right. Yeah. He wants the wintertime afternoon hours. He's been eyeing this for decades.
So this means effectively the sun won't go down at 4:00 on
it'll go
ever.
It'll go down at 5 at the earliest now.
Oh, girl.
Marco Rubio, senator from Florida with really huge big ears, said he really wanted that Sunshine Protection Act passed. He said, quote, I know this is not the most important issue. Sorry, not popular. It is very popular. It's not the most important issue confronting America, but it is one of those issues that there's a lot of agreement on. If we can get this passed, we don't have to do this stupidity anymore. And here's a clip of Rubio on the Senate floor once he gets his way on the vote, too. Here we go.
That the Rubio substitute amendment at the desk be considered and agreed to, the bill as amended be considered read a third time and passed, and that the motions to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there objection? Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you, Madam President. And as the day goes on, I look forward to others will be coming to the floor here in a moment. You'll see it's an eclectic collection of members of the United States Senate in favor of what we've just done here in the Senate, and that's to pass a bill to make daylight savings time permanent.
The foghorn came out of his ears.
Yes.
Thanks for that Ronaldo clip. Appreciate that.
Ronaldo there, shirtless for Pat. Yeah, they were happy. They were pumped.
I mean, it was like someone passed a resolution for free pizza on Fridays at the high school. Is how
that's how gleeful they were. Yeah, they were giddy. The lady who was in charge there went yes in the middle of
cinema. Well, Arizona's never had it, right? So she's always been on.
Oh man,
good time.
That was funny. So Pat, some pros of the bill are the change would help enable children to play outdoors later and reduce seasonal depression for everyone, and would give us the longest days in winter. And we wouldn't have to gain and lose hours of sleep and change the fucking clocks in our cars and everywhere twice a year, like morons.
That does kind of fuck with the one excellent part about it, which is when you're at the bar when it falls backwards.
That's one pro out of many negatives.
Yeah, and that also happens to be on Halloween a lot of times, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Just saying. That part of the party. Just saying, lots of babies are made that night.
I've had some epic fallback nights.
You know what? On what would be fallback, just go to a city that has bars open until 5 a.m.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll just travel. How do the farmers feel about this, Mark?
You can't recreate that phenomenon of looking at your phone and being like, holy shit, it's not last call.
Oddly enough, back in 1919, when daylight savings time first came around, the agricultural department and farmers voted against it. I always thought it was for farmers too, but farmers never really fucking cared about it. The people that care about it, because everyone's happy, except it's not good enough for some people that just want to see the world burn. And those people, idiots, which are against the permanent change of permanent, not change of time, I should say, they're complaining about how in the winter times, the sun won't rise until 8 or 8:30 in some places in the morning. And oh my goodness, what will we do? What will the kids do waiting on the bus stops in the dark? Bitch, they already wait in the dark in the winter times. It's dark at 6:30 when you go to the bus.
Right. Get them some scissors.
Yeah, exactly, Pat. If you don't think it's safe, drive your fucking kids to school or give them a weapon like the Jamaican parents recently started doing. Michael Jordan had something to say about the kids. Fuck them kids, all right? Who gives a shit about the kids at the bus stop? That's what I say. Anyways,
little inside baseball. Also, with the passing, I think Switzerland that passed the 4-day work week nationally, and then Cisco apparently is giving their employees the opportunity to do it. That's coming around here in the U.S. too. So we're getting daylight savings time and the 4-day work week possibly.
Systems or food?
I'd love to play the air horn.
I think systems.
I don't have it isolated. Okay, that's an air horn moment, Wes. Yeah. How do the kids in Alaska wait at the bus stop when it's dark for a month straight? Do they just not go to school? No, they wait at the bus stop. How do the majority of the countries in the world possibly manage with no clock changes, huh? Apparently this change was made in the 70s to get rid of changing the clocks when Nixon was president, and parents absolutely lost their shit because a few kids got nabbed and a few kids got hit by cars. back, and now we have to change our clocks. Don't do that this time, parents. Don't do that. Teach your shitty kids how to spot predators and not get kidnapped and to not stand in the roads, okay? Or drive them to school yourself. We already have to deal with your kids on planes and in aisles and lines at the grocery stores. That's totally fine, but stop fucking with our clocks.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right.
As a parent, I promise I will not complain about this amazing change.
Thank you. It's not the farmers, it's the parents that complained in the 70s. All right, and that's today's cup of coffee, which was brought to you by MyBookie. And guys, we talked about daylight savings time. We talked about what time of the year that is. It's March. March is here and the madness has officially begun. It's time for you to shoot your shot and score big on the nonstop action with MyBookie. Predict winners in each round of the MyBookie bracket contest for a chance to win an entire Bitcoin. A Doodle NFT currently valued at over $50,000 and $100,000 more in cash prizes. Whether you're filling out multiple brackets, betting the national championship winner, or simply looking for player and game props, MyBookie has you covered. Sign up today with MyBookie and use promo code FACTOR to make your first deposit, earning a free entry into the My Bracket contest. Selections for the bracket will officially begin on March 13th, so they've begun, and they'll close at noon on Thursday, which is March 17th. So you got to get in there pretty damn quick here.
Yeah, I'm making my deposit right now.
There you go. So make sure you get your deposit in now with promo code FACTOR to secure that free entry. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
That's awesome, man. Friggin' awesome. And dude, they got really good lines on there. Like for real. Like it's I've used all of the books. They probably have the most diversified lines of any book I've seen.
You guys see that? You guys see that clip of Texas watching who they got, and they got Virginia Tech, and the Texas player goes.
He's afraid.
He's afraid. He was afraid.
They are ACC champs, right?
Yeah, so. And Texas was ranked like they were getting an 11 seed, so they weren't expecting that.
Texas is gonna crush them.
No way. Well,
I'll see you that night, Mark. Guys, spring is here, and we're all ready to get outside, right? But when you're trying to upgrade your yard by yourself, the great outdoors can turn into a nightmare. Why not let fastgrowingtrees.com lend you a hand? Guys, when it comes to caring for plants, know-how matters. That's why fastgrowingtrees.com's experts, they curate thousands of plant varieties that will thrive in your specific climate, location, and needs. Here's the deal. You don't have to spend a ton of cash to make your backyard sexy, and fastgrowingtrees.com is the way to start. There's no waiting in lines, no messy cars for hauling plants all over town. You should see the back of Will's Subaru. It is dirt covered. He's going to have to get it detailed, but that's because Fast Growing Trees, they weren't our sponsor for a little bit. Now they're back.
Yeah, so I went to the nursery like a rube.
Those bastards at the nursery put the trees and plants in dirt first.
Yeah. They know that it's carpet.
Yeah. Except Pat was fooling you. I would never go to the nursery. I only use fastgrowing.
He never would. But you could imagine what it would be like in his Subaru if he did.
So messy.
Yeah, you can order online or over the phone. Your plants are shipped to your door in 1 to 2 days. What the heck? That's so fast. Plus, their growing and care advice is available 24/7. Whether you're looking for increased privacy, which is huge. I'm really into HGTV shows now. What's the number one thing they talk about after the kitchen? It's curb appeal. It's the backyard. It's creating a sanctuary space for you. You can do that with fastgrowingtrees.com. Add some natural beauty to your front yard. Even if you've never been a green thumb, I'm not. They'll make you feel like you have one. 1 million home gardeners have already seen what fastgrowingtrees.com can do. So here's the deal. Go to fastgrowingtrees.com/factor. So it's a unique URL, fastgrowingtrees.com/factor. Do this today. Your lady is going to be so impressed that you're sprucing up the backyard. She's going to be so stoked when a package comes that isn't more weed or a video game. Okay?
Oh man, you plant a tree while she's gone, and you're sweating with the gloves on when she comes back.
Come on,
you could be planting your tree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sex City. Yeah. You're the mayor of Sex City. You're on the Sex City committee at that point. All you have to do is go to fastgrowingtrees.com/factor. You get 15% off your entire order, which is well worth it. So get 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/factor, fastgrowingtrees.com/factor. Shout out to Jeff Schogel from Task and Purpose for reporting on this one I'm about to cover. But gentlemen, I want you to meet a true American hero. This, y'all, is, of course, 31-year-old Sarah Jane Cavanaugh.
She got a purple heart, yeah.
She's got a purple heart. She's a Marine. Sarah's a Marine Corps veteran. She served bravely in Afghanistan and Iraq, numerous tours from 2006, 2016, which is a very hot time in the conflict. And she comes from a very service-focused family. Actually, her twin brother, unfortunately, was killed in Iraq serving as part of Iraqi freedom, and he's buried with honors at Arlington National. But Sarah, let's focus on Sarah now. Sarah's unfortunately dying from stage 4 lung cancer, and that's related
to pits.
Yeah, from the pits. Toxic exposure from burn pits during her time in Afghanistan and in Iraq.
This is a depressing story, Pat.
No, I know, but it's important we cover this stuff because she needs our help. And look, we gotta shine more light on veterans suffering from cancer due to the burn pit stuff. So, guys, burn pit cancer's horrible. And honestly, for Sarah, it's just adding injury to injury because she was already wounded by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan, which led to her being medically retired with the rank of corporal, but not before she earned her stripes, so to speak. So on top of the Purple Heart, which you pointed out that she earned for being wounded, Sarah also earned during her time over there a Bronze Star with the V device for Valor, which is the 4th highest military medal awarded, and it's awarded for either heroic achievement, heroic service, meritorious achievement, or meritorious service in combat or in a combat zone. So it means she saw some action. She did some
decorated.
Yeah, some important stuff.
She's making Rick Nasty look pretty bad right now.
I know. So check yourself, Rick. Huge debt of gratitude.
Just lost some of his friends there, Wes.
Just lost Rick and his buddies.
Sorry.
We're just razzing Rick. That's part of being Rick's friend. Huge debt of gratitude.
Right. Rick's the best. Also, I heard some badass shit. I don't know where they're at right now or which listeners, but apparently they're playing the Good Morning before firing off some rounds.
Fuck yeah. Man, we should cut something together for them. Remind me of that, boys, offline.
Okay.
I got an idea. Anyway, we owe Sarah a huge debt of gratitude for her service, especially considering she wasn't just fighting the battle against the enemy. She was also fighting the battle on the home front that a lot of female service members know all too well. Sarah told the founder of a nonprofit that was looking to help her out that she was actually court-martialed before she got out of the Marine Corps officially because she was being sexually assaulted by her commanding officer on ship, and she shot him as he attempted to sexually assault her. And that ordeal got her demoted 2 ranks. And so, I mean, like, intense bill of service.
The ringer.
Right? And unfortunately for Sarah, though, guys, the cancer is spread to her bones and her brain. And that she has anywhere from, I guess, 2 years left, maybe 1 year based on the timeline the doctor gave her. It's not curable at this point, the cancer, only treatable. So this absolutely sucks, right? It's also completely untrue.
I was going to say, what is the
none of it is true. Yeah. Sarah is a piece of shit, and she was arrested by federal agents on Monday and charged with wire fraud, aggravated identity theft, and related offenses for allegedly preying on the goodwill of several organizations that provide financial support to veterans in need, and that's according to a Justice Department memo. So,
did she even serve?
No, not at all.
Not a Purple Heart.
Nope.
She didn't serve. She wasn't even in the military.
Not in the military whatsoever.
No cancer.
No cancer.
She found out about all these programs when her brother died. Maybe
no brother.
Is she a woman?
No brother. That's a fake too.
Yeah, she's a woman. Probably.
She is a woman.
She should be an author because she knows how to tell a tale. You know?
Guys, Sarah not only stole a shit ton of valor, but a serious amount of cash and resources from the organizations that benefit sick veterans. Let's run down the list.
Horrible.
So between 2017 and 2021, the Wounded Warrior Project alone provided her with about $207,000 for groceries and physical therapy sessions. I don't know what the physical therapy was for.
She's been living off.
Big time.
Basically.
Big time.
So was there a woman named her that was serving? I don't understand how you can't just check this like real quick and be like, she doesn't exist.
So here's
what the hell is the Army doing?
Like
she's
one
compelling.
Google or database bounce.
What the hell is the military doing? They don't have a fucking database. They don't know who works for them.
Guys, the thing about a con, right, is every human, no matter how smart, can be conned because you want to believe, right? Okay. My own spouse was conned.
But there's always some fucking uptight Karen auditor that's like, let's run the query.
Well, check this out. How did she do it? She got a little inside baseball because she at one point was working for the VA Medical Center, the Veterans Hospital in Rhode Island. And at that point, she kind of learned the system a little bit. And
Yeah, this happens a lot. I used to work in like Medicaid and stuff like that. That's a very similar scam that happens where people, once they learn the ropes of like how to apply for benefits and stuff, they just like give themselves 10 accounts and they're living off it.
Right. So she figured out what paperwork she needed, and then she used her VA email address to buy the medals and distinctions, because you can't just, not everyone could buy them. It's like when I was in Boy Scouts and I went to my local scout store to try to buy an Eagle Scout badge after my project of putting homeless people to work as day laborers didn't work out. I was in a pinch. They wouldn't sell it to me because I wasn't a scout master. I didn't have the thing. Same deal. So she bought the bronze star with the V distinction. She bought the Purple Heart.
No.
People started to notice that her uniform was a little bit fucked up.
You need to be on a list. Like if you buy military medals, you should automatically be on the CIA's list.
Agreed.
Like if you're buying fake Purple Hearts, that should put you on a fucking list right away. I'm sorry.
She was on
right away.
I don't understand how did they not catch her? This
is how they catch most stolen valors, where it starts to unravel is the uniform.
Yeah, like fake police uniforms.
Yeah,
you are correct, Wes. Yeah. But I guess what happened is, and it didn't stop at the $207,000 she stole from Wounded Warrior. Let me run this down. There was a $4,700 GoFundMe campaign that was meant to pay her cancer treatment bills. And in that fund, she mentioned that, hey, she helped save the lives of Marines during that roadside blast that got her hurt. The charity Creative Vets, which has limited resources, they gave her $16,000 for travel and tuition through an art program. Okay, so this is great. So she submitted art that she didn't make to win a scholarship, and she claimed in her application to have been awarded the Purple Heart and the bronze star with a V. She stole $18,000 from the Code of Support Foundation, and the Matthew Puccino Foundation gave her $10,000 to repair her home furnace.
She's the worst.
She's a horrible human. Won Code Support.
They need to kill her. She's not going to change. She's stealing. They need to just kill her.
She's getting a lot of time for this.
When she gets out, she's not going to change. She's going to con people from behind bars. Just kill her
to cover her gym membership. She had people coming over to her house to like repair her home on the weekends and shit,
all on the troops' dime. Yeah, well, American taxpayers' dime. I mean, but defrauding the troops. I mean, it's as low as you can go. It's the lowest fraud you can do.
They need to not give her access to a phone, or she can't write anyone or talk to anyone because
take that email away.
They did. Well, she went as far as to serve as the post commander at her local VFW post, 152 Rhode Island, and she was using another Marines DD 214, which is like I guess your proof of service. You just changed the name. But yeah, she's fooled a fuck ton of people.
When you have access to the database, you can. I mean, it's the VFW is not immune to it. All government services have this type of fraud going on because a lot of them's outsourced, and also even if it was done by government employees, the fraud would still happen just because there's $3 going out from the government and people see it and they just fucking take
it. But this
is
all charities.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, but also like she had the ability to defraud those charities because of her position.
A little inside baseball she had.
Right, exactly.
Here's the thing. At some point, the trailhead, she can steal someone's DD 214 or whatever it's called, and she can look like she's telling stories about how there's a roadside bomb. Is she naming the people? Those people have to have names too. She's getting Purple Heart. As the story goes on and on, there's too many holes in it. Like you understand what I'm saying?
Oh
like
yeah, that's why. If you know anything about, and I don't know a lot, but like she said, she retired as a corporal, but then she said she was a staff sergeant, and then she got court-martialed because she shot her commander. It lasted for 4 years before anyone found out. She got
so greedy.
That's insane.
Stolen valor videos are the best, and that's how they all get caught because of the uniform, and then they start asking questions, and then it doesn't make sense, and then they're like, "You're full of shit."
I mean, this chick went bold. She invited a twin brother. She was entering art competitions. Yeah. She signed up as a commander of her.
Can't you just check to see if her twin brother's dead, like and buried?
She just that's how they did it. I mean, that was one of the things that they
once
did.
They caught on to her. Yeah, it was easy to unravel. But the thing is nobody questioned her story. It was so intense. She went with, but that's probably, Pat, why she did go with such an intense story. She went with something that would be like, nobody would fake that.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely.
Like you look like an asshole to even look into it.
There's probably, you do, but you do it behind closed doors. There's probably local newspapers are writing about her and shit.
Oh man, I mean, the reason I know about this is because Kate shared it, and then it
got duped.
Everyone got duped. Yeah.
I'm sure this happens all the time. I mean, look, there was that meme. I mean, fucking Kinzinger tweeted out a meme thinking it was the ghost of Kiev like 2 weeks ago. I mean, like that's
a lot was happening that night.
Sure, but what I'm saying is like, look, the Frog of War, whether it is current or still from acting from behind, it gets you.
It's like
what
Pat said, people want to believe.
What should happen to this woman?
Kill her.
Oh, they should thank her. She exposed a lot of holes in the system that they can now plug up.
They should give her 30 minutes with every Purple Heart recipient that's alive.
These are underfunded charities that are understaffed.
I mean, yeah, they need to get. She needs to somehow like work off her debt. Like I'd
She'll
say, like
never
hard
change.
Labor.
She'll
Hard
never
labor.
change. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but she could work off $200,000 worth of labor by the
but
time.
then when she gets out, she's going to scam old people.
Oh, it's close to $500,000.
No, make her stay in for a long, like basically forever, and work it off. $500,000.
Cut out her tongue and cut off her fingers.
There you go. That's what I'm
Cut
talking
off her
about.
fingers. would be good.
Just send her to Afghanistan. That's what I say.
Take out her brain.
Yeah, send her on tours.
Join the Legion. Yeah, send her to
send
the
her to
international
Ukraine,
Airdropper. With a note that says "looking for husband."
There you go. All right, guys, let's get into it.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Today we're going to go to India, then we're going to go over to the UK for the BAFTA Awards, which is like the UK's version of the Oscars. Second biggest, I guess it's up there with the Golden Globes and the Oscars. Anyway, before we get into that, got a little story. Cheating. I'm sure we all did it in high school. My biggest cheating scandal that I was involved with was we stole the final from the physics teacher, and then we took it to one of our friends' genius dads, presented it as a practice exam. He helped us get all the answers, and we all passed the final.
Wow, you couldn't even solve it on your own. It was a two-parter.
Yeah, we couldn't do it.
In our seventh grade English class, we our teacher left the room for a while, and he left his computer unlocked, and we went into the final exam and changed the questions around to whatever we wanted. And one of them was like, Mr. So-and-so's wife is hot on the final exam, because she was.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I did that to my dad. Drove home last final, sophomore year of college was an online final, stat final. He happens to be a statistics professor, and was like, "What's up, Pop? About to start this online thing." Hit start. Looked at him, was like, "I don't know anything. It's your money."
It's like, move.
That's awesome.
You have 1 hour.
Oh damn, got him to do it. I have big hands, so always hiding a piece of paper with some info on it.
Nice.
Like, I mean,
Did you guys ever get busted? Because we had an operation going in typing class where we had a group of 8 guys in on it, and we would like 1 out of every 8 assignments you would do, and then you would share it like and on like a floppy disk, because that's aging myself, and you pass it around and copy and paste. So the other 7 guys would be playing Nintendo emulators all day in class, like
like in a computer science class.
And we got caught because every grammar correction was wrong for all 8 of us. Like we all had the same misspell. So we got caught and we got a D. Like
that was in English.
I had like a 4.0, and I had a D in 9th grade typing class.
You're lucky. They should have failed you.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I know. That's what she said. She was like, I want to fail you. And so we had to like apologize for a D. Yeah.
Once those calculators came out, like we had a guy in trigonometry, the smartest kid in the class. He took the test before us, and he wrote all the answers down in his calculator. We met him in the hallways, got all the answers, but we had to purposely, at least I had to purposely miss like 5 or 6 or 7 just because I wasn't going to get 100 on.
We were stupid. We were playing Nintendo. It was 9th grade. We were like, we didn't care about the fun class. I was like, why do you care, lady? I can type.
The move was always to get the only things you can't remember, write them down, and then just write them on your test paper as soon as you get the test. And then boom, you're done.
Anyway,
Wes,
it's all over.
When you got the trigonometry answers, was it a lot like when Shooter McGavin gets that intel from that weirdo in Happy Gilmore? Like, let's catch a sizzler, and you're like, yeah, okay, maybe. We'll hang on Friday night. Thanks.
Come on,
we were good friends with the dude. He just happened to be like the smartest kid in the class.
Sure.
Anyway, the reason I tell you this is because next time you're at the doctor, okay, India, next time you're at the doctor, say an Indian guy walks in, Indian lady, doctor walks in, I want you to just try something out. Be like, heard about a lot of cheating over there in India with these medical exams, and see what happens with the look on their face. See if they look worried or not, because apparently India is extremely notorious for cheating, especially on medical exams. So just try it out. See what they look like when you mention
all the
cheating.
doctors don't know what's going on.
A lot of them don't, Mark. I would say 90% of Indian doctors are full of shit.
Where's that stat from?
Like Wes said, he conjectures a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a West stat. We should start collecting West stats. What was the first West stat?
90% of
That's a
Indian
great
doctors
West
are
stat.
full of
Yeah,
shit.
what was the first one?
Quote that. Alan Eric. Cut that and put that on Twitter. Quote card that.
West stat. What was the first one? So the second one is 90% of Indian doctors don't know.
Something from yesterday that caught Pat's attention.
Yeah, I don't recall. It was out there.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a new cheating scandal rocking the nation after a student was found with a surgically implanted Bluetooth device in his ear during a medical exam.
He went all the way.
Yeah, this was at the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial Medical College. This guy had been in college for 11 years. He'd been trying to pass this exam over and over. Finally, he said, "You know what? Fuck it, I'm going to cheat." And he went to like a surgeon, and the surgeon implanted this like Bluetooth device, like right in his ear, so it couldn't be found. It was like a skin color, and he got caught because someone came in. There was 13 other people taking the test. He had a phone in his pocket, so basically he had someone reading him the answers basically through the Bluetooth and the connection.
So he was like scanning the questions with his phone.
He's like, what's the correct terminology for a pustule on the ass, like something like that.
Did it require sound? It required a sound and like a radio signal, so it's a little sketch.
What a sketchy surgeon that's gonna implant a Bluetooth into a medical student's ear.
Well, that guy was probably he's one of the 90% shady doctors.
Any of these guys take anyone take the Hippocratic Oath over there or no?
No, none of them. So
they take it, they just don't follow.
All right,
Come on.
Do no harm if you can.
Right. So he got busted. Then I started looking into India and their cheating. Apparently, back in from 2008 to 2013, there was what's called the Vyapam cheating scandal, and it involved over 600 doctors who were stripped of their licenses by the Supreme Court because they were basically the scam involved people taking tests for these people, people coming in and just pretending like they were them, cheating, getting kickbacks for getting licenses, all kinds of shit. And then I found this picture from 2015 where these kids were taking exams and their parents and other students were literally climbing the walls where they were taking the exams to give them the answers. And 600 kids were expelled from that exam over cheating. So it is just watch yourself. If you have an Indian doctor,
Wes,
chances are.
That's why Wes says he always wants an Asian doctor.
If they're in America, they've passed several certifications.
Dr.
Of American
Singh.
Well,
style.
you make sure that it's from American University. If it's from the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial College,
Let me see.
You don't go to a doctor's
Diploma.
office and the only thing they got is like New Delhi, and that's it. Like
most of the doctors have their diplomas hanging up too. So
yeah, well, you better take a good look at it next time. I actually know a guy who went to like he's an Indian dude, and he went to a medical college like in the Caribbean. It was common. Yeah. I don't know, and I wouldn't trust him.
It's cheaper and easier.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty common.
I would have failed out of that.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Distracting.
highly prevalent over there. Watch out. We're against India now, right, guys? Next, let's go over to the.
Hey, remember they're trying to buy the wand, so
Yeah. I thought we were against India now.
Sometimes Wes hits some shit that like he's gonna get DMs, but then everyone's gonna get DMs.
yeah.
Yeah. Next, let's go over to the BAFTAs, to the British Academy Film Awards. Basically, I say Britain's Oscars. And this year's host was coming back. I think she was the host before. I know she made some great appearances. Rebel Wilson. You guys remember Rebel Wilson, right? Bridesmaids. Pitch Perfects. Yeah. Cats. She's lost a lot of weight. Check out these before and after. There she is before. Oh, yeah. And then the arrow points to her getting thinner. And there she is now, 2022. So she has dropped some LBs.
She's really skinny now.
And she either got a boob job or kept her boobs. That's unusual.
She kept her boobs.
Nice.
Yeah, looks like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's been posting a lot of like bikini pics. Pretty good.
Right. Yeah. She's looking
nice
good.
work by her.
Yeah.
Medication.
But apparently people say that with those pounds went to funny. And I mean, I know me personally, I don't and I think all of us, we don't drop pounds because it would just make us less funny. It's not that we are unmotivated or have no self-control.
Only reason for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm going to play you some clips from her downfall. First, we're going to go to her first appearance in 2016, where she absolutely just killed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's so great to be here at this really serious event. I have never been invited to the Oscars because, as you know, they are racists. But the BAFTAs have diverse members. And that's what we all want to see in life, isn't it? Diverse members. One day, I hope to return here to win a BAFTA myself. I have already been practicing my transgendered face. And now, to segue to the award of Best Supporting Actor. Sorry, Idris Elba, you're making me a bit nervous. But I'm just sociologically programmed to want chocolate on Valentine's Day.
You get it. She did pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
I mean, yeah, pretty good.
So are we allowed to play these clips?
It's BBC. See, Mark, there's no reciprocity because we can't watch it here. I'm not even sure how Wes got this clip, so I doubt it if these BBC fuckers ding us. But
YouTube doesn't care.
But it's Wes, so there's a good chance that we'll get dinged.
Yeah, we'll get dinged. Don't worry about it. This is her next appearance.
Distinguished guests, and those who don't identify as that. It is really great to be here at the Royal
Watch Kate's face.
It's at this Royal Palace Place.
That was awesome.
Sorry, I was just told backstage that no one's getting a massive gift bag tonight. Instead, you're all getting a gifting wallet. Yeah, which is funny because that's also the nickname of my vagina.
All right. Pretty good.
Okay. A little bit of a stretch. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That was great, especially to William's face like that.
Yeah.
That was
her delivery is very good. Yeah.
No, the delivery has changed completely. And this
William
is what
was sitting in the crowd. That was ballsy.
Yeah. Right. Now to the much thinner, and a lot of people are saying less funny Rebel for this year's BAFTAs.
I might look a bit different from the last time that you guys saw me here. That was me 2 years ago, and since then I've done quite a transformation. I hope J.K. Rowling still approves. JK. This year, the Best Director category has been split between 3 female directors and 3 normal directors.
It's pretty good.
Our next package is for Outstanding British Film. From drama to horror to fantasy, Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah had it all. Will Smith winning for King Richard. But personally, I thought his best performance in the past year has been being okay with all of his wife's boyfriends. What? Come on, he didn't show up. You can't use COVID as an excuse anymore. I'm very good at emotional acting. Whenever I want to make myself cry, I just think of how much The Rock got paid for Jungle Cruise. I can't wait for the after party. It's going to go off. I think it's at number 10 Downing Street, so I'll see all of you there.
Prime Minister.
There you go.
It doesn't seem that different.
It was just a different writer. I mean, it was good.
Right. Yeah, I think she's still funny, but a lot of people.
I think she writes a lot of that because she goes back to the well a lot. She does a lot of like
royal jokes and
royal jokes, trans jokes.
Right. Yeah, there's a theme. Yeah.
Okay.
Hot guy. She's a whore. She likes hot guys.
Yeah, whore jokes. Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
A lot of people chimed in like with these tweets, saying. every time, whenever Rebel Wilson makes a joke and it's a tumbleweed going across.
Come on.
Pierce Morgan chimed in. He said, I'm cringing so violently watching Rebel Wilson attempt to host the BAFTAs that I fear my eye sockets may explode.
Pierce Morgan.
Yeah, the only guy less popular than Pierce Morgan is Shake from Love Is Blind.
Right.
Yeah,
I was going to ask, isn't he unanimously hated?
Yeah, he's like he's got Dick Cheney's approval rating. Yeah.
Yeah. With the amount of terribly offensive things she passed off as jokes, the audience should have refused to clap or fake laughed. Just let her fall flat.
This is just today. This is just today versus 16.
Just relax, people.
Right. So I was gonna,
it wasn't that bad. I don't. Her other ones weren't that great. I mean, they're all pretty good.
That's a hard gig. That's a hard gig.
It's a hard gig, but they were all okay.
If you get real lols, which,
if you want to see the best of all time do it, watch Ricky Gervais's like 7 Golden Globes. On YouTube. There's a thick clip down of all of his monologues from the 7 Golden Globes, and you'll laugh your ass off. Now he's the greatest at it, but she did fine.
Yeah, she did fine.
She's good.
Look, she was fine.
She was fine then. She was fine now.
All 3 times. Fat, middle, skinny.
Yeah.
I think they just hate her because she lost weight. And listen, if I know anything,
they're jealous.
If I know anything about criticism and being fat, that feedback should have her back to her old self in no time. So
yeah, exactly.
No, don't do it, Rebel. You've done.
That's why she also shouldn't be like, look, do I look different? Because they might come back around.
Job. Yeah. Rebel Wilson. Hopefully, she knows she's good.
Didn't Jonah Hill get the same shit for losing weight? Like,
I mean,
famous
people just don't like it when fat people get skinny. They get mad.
It's weird. And then they're mad that they're fat, and then they're mad that they're skinny. It's
right. Like, that they gain it back. That's the worst. Then they're such pieces of shit. Okay. Latest emoji news up next, fellas. But first, one last word from our sponsor, Black Buffalo. I love a high quality dip as much as the next man. Pack a little lip in the shower or while watching the game. March Madness dip season for sure. That's the best. Very relaxing. But these days, I like to get that dip without the guilt by using a tobacco-free alternative like Black Buffalo Wintergreen pouches, which are my personal favorite. They also have long cut and nicotine-free as well. All kinds of flavors. If you're 21 and up, you should check this out. It's dip. Literally made from edible green leaves and food grade ingredients with the same flavors, texture, aroma, pack, and nicotine as traditional tobacco products. No compromise required. Born in the Midwest, raised in the South, Black Buffalo proudly manufactures their products here in the USA. Don't just take my word for Black Buffalo's quality. They were 2021's Best New Product winner at the CSP Awards and C-Store Decisions Hot New Products Award winner for 2021. Big stuff. Black Buffalo is awesome. I love Black Buffalo. They're amazing. A fantastic tobacco alternative. It's 2022. Are you still dipping traditional tobacco or those white portion things? If so, and you're 21, it's time to get with Black Buffalo. It's everything you love about dipping, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. Head to blackbuffalo.com and use promo code HARDFACTOR, all one word, at checkout for 25% off your first order. Whew, big discount. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use our code HARDFACTOR for 25% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code HARDFACTOR for 25% off your first order at blackbuffalo.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. So, Black Buffalo. What's your favorite flavors, fellas?
Wintergreen.
Blood orange pouch, baby.
Yeah, the peach.
I want to have the blood orange.
Okay. We're all flavored. Nobody with straight flavor here. Okay.
Man, goes without saying.
Look, even an Indian doctor recommends this stuff.
Yeah, they don't know anything. They know.
It's not easy to call. Yeah,
they see the brilliance of Black Buffalo. All right,
I got one question right. Yeah, I got one question right on the test.
Okay, fellas. The new emojis dropped, as we talked about at the top of the podcast, and like we're saying, they made some noise. Apple finally released their new emojis as part of the iOS 15.4 drop on March 14th-ish. I can't tell exactly. That's always like overnight or something. And it included one very anticipated addition, the male pregnancy emoji.
Ooh,
there he is.
It's finally happening.
There he is.
Look at that.
It's officially here.
He's stroking his belly. He's definitely looks like a dude. It was originally teased back in September of 2021 that it would include a mustache. But sadly, that
guy's got to take a crap. That guy's got a beer belly and he's got to take a crap.
He has indigestion.
Yeah, that guy's got indigestion. Come on.
So I was hoping they went with this, but they didn't.
The other one looks way more pregnant. That's just a fat guy. That's a pregnancy.
Yeah.
I wanted this one. This is what they promised us back in September. Sadly, for bearded and mustached men, the world
Arby's
over.
again.
It looks like he just sneezed.
Yeah, but I mean, we could have used it, but now we can't.
Yeah.
The final version is out on Apple now, clean shaven completely. All of us have a little stubble at least, and you need to update your phone to get the new pregnant man emoji.
I'm be sending everybody the pregnant man emoji.
Yeah.
It's my number one now.
Send my dad that every time he texts me.
You're gonna have to interpret what I mean because I'm not gonna send any other emojis.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people were fired up about the pregnant man. Taking it to the internet,
really.
Baltimore Ravens QB and former NFL MVP Lamar Jackson says, "Why the buddy pregnant?"
Apologies to Kevin Durant. That was racist to me. I meant Lamar Jackson. That's the one I was talking about.
Oh. Yeah, and that went extremely viral. Like nearly 100,000 likes or more at the time of taping, and like 20,000 other interactions.
This is going to fill the Daily Wire's content calendars for 2 weeks.
Oh, maybe. I don't think
maybe
so.
Definitely.
Let's get into what was said. Obviously, lots of replies and quote tweets with stuff like this from My Steak by the Lake. He tweets, "Congratulations on putting yourself through sensitivity classes this summer, Lamar." But to be fair
Surprising
to Twitter,
from Steak by the Lake.
Right.
Yeah.
To be fair to Twitter, which is against my nature, it was mostly people replying with jokes about how canceled Lamar will be for this joke, which I don't think he will be.
What? It was funny. Come on.
It's an obvious joke.
What
right,
do you,
Mark?
yes, it's hilarious.
It's also a great question.
Yeah, it's funny and real. Yeah.
It's just funny. He's making a joke. And then there was other jokes replying about how this emoji is obviously needed for different purposes. Taking it to the internet one more time at Mathild tweets, "It's not a pregnant man, it's the Gucci Mane emoji." And it's Gucci Mane just very, very chubby and smoking a blunt.
Yeah, it's like the new 50 Cent. It's like 2022 50 Cent.
It's also the "I had 6 beers and a burrito" emoji.
Gucci Mane.
Yeah, Gucci Mane. Is he Fat Pat in real life? Have you met him?
I've never met Gucci Mane, but last time I checked his workout, and I mean his body, it didn't look like that.
Okay, well, this was a picture that got him at his worst, I guess. But
I'd say so.
It was a great meme posted by
Gucci Mane after Red Lobster.
Right, exactly. So not a big deal at all. Seems like everybody in the end got that Lamar was just kidding. Since obviously trans men can technically get pregnant like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 1994 classic Junior. Oh, so everybody knows
movie.
that. Everybody knows that. So,
but you know what's weird? I'm just pulling up pictures of Junior because I don't really remember the movie very well. And I guess he like transitions into a woman in the film. Like I know that he gets pregnant, and they're like,
Junior
"Whoa!"
proved it. So Lamar's obviously just making a joke. Everybody calm down. Here's what the smarty pantses over at Apple say about the changes to the people and body parts emojis in the release notes. They say, okay, here it is. They say today's update includes 2 new gender neutral person emojis, person with crown and pregnant person, following the trend over recent years to provide for 3 different gender options for all person emojis. And then the update also includes a pregnant man and a disembodied biting lip, horny lips, nice, as well as a troll fantasy creature. So those are the updates to the people.
That's interesting.
Is it a coincidence that the troll came the same drop as the pregnant dude?
Mm-hmm. It's not a coincidence, Pat.
Is that an Easter egg, Pat? Like
I'm just saying, can we get a fucking chainsaw? Like, can we get something useful? I mean,
bring back the gun.
I'm all about
bring back the gun. I use the water gun so much. I want the real
more
one.
cigarettes.
I'm all about inclusivity, but I mean, like,
busy jerking off or something.
Yeah, hand going up and down.
Yeah.
Oh, Wes, funny you mentioned hands. Apple has also conveniently included all 25 additional possibilities of multiracial handshakes. So, thankfully, it's going to be much easier to offend people with hand color choices.
There's too many emojis now.
I wouldn't dare put someone else's hand color.
Picking it.
You know,
I saw people trying to pick Lamar's with the new
pick
emoji
my own,
on
but not
Twitter.
someone else's.
It was insane.
They're doing business with you.
Pick someone else's
Raymond.
hand. Yeah, that's you.
That's pretty out there.
You're
man.
the dark hand.
You're the dark hand, right?
Put it up again.
When they go with this many options, you got to go with the default. There's no chance I'm using any of those.
No way.
What
Kidding me?
the fuck? What 25? This is a recipe for a Seinfeld episode.
Oh
Top
yeah.
of the existing 5 or whatever. It's insane.
I'm sorry. I texted someone previously and didn't change it. Yeah.
Insane.
It's
Absolutely
like you have to include like a parentheses, like you're the black one with
Right.
that with that emoji.
This isn't going to be a problem for me because I'm only sending pregnant mail out. Like I said, from now on, that's whether I'm happy, sad, we're meeting up somewhere.
Mark, because here's the full gamut.
Simpsons colored pregnant
Simpsons
man
colored pregnant male
is all you're getting from me.
Here's the new ones. I do like the face melting. That's pretty badass.
The anime cry.
Also pointing at you and a snap finger. That's pretty cool. The horny lips, like we said, pretty great. Beans.
What are those hand motions?
A wheel. They added a wheel because everybody knows there's more wheels than doors in the world.
Probably only had a couple doors.
I think that's a life preserver.
Mason jar.
Next to the wheel. Next life preserver.
A wheel.
Ooh, the mason jar for butts.
I like the slutty lips too. That's good.
Slutty lips is great, right, Wes?
Yeah.
What's that red thing next to the crutch, Will?
That's a low battery.
Battery. Yeah.
Low battery. Which is going to be useful like you're tired.
Like
send somebody a low battery.
Well, yeah, or you're like, oh, I'm getting kidnapped and my phone's dying. Like, yeah.
You guys remember this scene from Junior where Danny DeVito's giving Arnold an ultrasound?
Yeah, that's the scene. That's the scene before the one we referenced earlier, where Arnold is full pregnant.
There's someone's jerked off to this scene where he puts like the cooling
you
liquid
think people
on
are jacking off to Junior?
Someone has. Yeah.
Come on.
My goodness, maybe so. Maybe that's why these emojis.
Someone sends past.
I know.
Someone sends past the pregnant man than the jerk off symbol. It means I'm watching a Junior.
Is there an ultrasound emoji?
Wow.
Oh, he's watching Junior.
It's the troll, the pregnant man.
Obviously.
That's a good one.
You got DeVito.
Big stuff happening over at Apple these days. I mean, they did just have an amazing product launch. Now they're adding all these incredible emojis on top of it. Just big stuff happening.
Is the Freedom Phone picking these up? Do we know?
No, these are only on Apple. You got to be kidding me.
Not the pregnant man.
Apple and Android have agreed to do these two. I wonder if on Android you get the mustached pregnant man. That would be awesome. I might switch to an Android.
That's just a fat dude, man. Come on.
He looks like he's taking a dump.
Yeah, he wants to.
So upset.
I was going to tell these people I was pregnant, but then I couldn't find an emoji that really represented me.
No. Now you can with the pregnant man.
So I just typed it out.
There you
So
go.
I just typed out that I was pregnant. And you know that I'm, trans. Okay.
Exactly. And that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Thank you. Wes, you ready to spin that wheel for tomorrow's show?
Mm-hmm.
So you got it pulled up.
For the record, all about the pregnant man emoji, but weird.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a joke.
funny.
Pat. It's a joke. That's why everybody's joking. I don't think it's a big deal for anybody, really.
It's a huge deal if you're a pregnant man.
Back on the coffee.
Back on the coffee, Wes.
Nice. Wes on the coffee.
Don't make any plans tomorrow, Wes.
Wes slugging that Joe this week. Oh, it's a switch up.
Switch it up.
It's a Wes Marv tomorrow. Wes on the coffee, Marv on the TTN. And that's going to do it for Wednesday's episode. Stone Cold 316's Hard Factor. Thank you for listening, as always. Remember, get in the Patreon. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. All 3 tiers include access to the Discord server. We're chopping it up, making jokes in there all the time. You get Florida Man Friday for the lowest tier, Florida Man Friday and the Hive Hour, which will drop tomorrow this week on the next tier. And then on Send in the Car, you get trivia nights, which are fucking incredible on top of the bonus podcasts.
And bonus Discord money threads.
It's just a great deal in there all around. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. And get ready for Fat Boy Summer while you're signing up for Patreon, because it's very close. I mean, daylight savings, sun's out. Get ready.
I opened my first baby pool box yesterday.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. It's that time of year. Get ready for some Florida. If you're going to meet up with us the weekend of April 8th through 10th, we're going to be in St. Pete, Treasure Island, if you want to meet the boys. But most importantly, get out there and have a great fucking day.